Thank you, Mr. Chairman, and thank you, Mr. Secretary. Let me just go back. I mean, FHA has been existing since 1934. Is that correct?
That's right.
And basically, what FHA has done is help promote the long-term stability in the housing market over that whole period of time. Is that not correct?
That's true.
And in 2008, when there were no doc loans that was going out, when there was zero down, when there was no verification for anything, just giving folks more, was FHA the one that was, giving out those kinds of loans or encouraging those to be utilized? Was that FHA?
FHA never pushed the toxic products. When folks think about the no-doc loans, the ninja loans, that was not FHA. FHA has always had stronger, full underwriting, and we've strengthened that even further in the last few years.
And so, in one extent, as the results of the bad acts of some who are still in business and some who still want people to come to them for mortgages, that we're not talking about them now, but you were victimized in degree because of the financial crises, and the bad acts of others is what caused you for the first time in the history of FHA, when we were in the worst recession of our country since the Great Depression, to fall under that 2%. Is that correct?
We did require a mandatory appropriation in 2013 as a result of going through the worst housing crisis that we've seen in quite a while.
And let's look at who your customers are. Are they taxpayers?
Sure. Our customers are
borrowers. And so these are taxpayers that are concerned about everything and would like to benefit. In fact, I think on a bipartisan basis, we've all been talking about the one area of individuals who have been left out of the recovery. It's not been the banks. It's not been corporate America. It's not been, you look at the stocks, all of that is there. It's been who? The middle class. Is that not correct?
It has been very difficult for middle-class Americans to be able to access credit. That's true.
And don't you think that the middle class of this country, many of them are renters, are they not correct currently?
A lot more of them are renting today because they can't access credit or it's not affordable.
And in fact, those middle class that we say that we want to help, that we say that has been locked out of this economy, there was an article in Forbes that found that over 250,000 renters had been priced out of the housing market because of the high FHA premiums. Is that correct?
Yeah, there was one analysis, I believe, by the National Association of Realtors that said that in 2013 there were 400,000 folks who were priced out because of high FHA premiums.
And those are all potential middle class U.S. taxpayers that could be your customers, that will create a greater opportunity for you to get the revenue back in so that you can get back to that 2%. Can you do it without them?
Well, we can't do it without the borrowers, and we're on a strong path to getting there.
So in that sense, for example, I know when I go shopping on Christmas, a lot of these businesses, they have reduced prices. Why? Because they're trying to entice me to get into their store so that I can buy from them, because they look at Christmas time and those times as what? The largest opportunity to create income for their businesses so they can survive through the years. And what do? They slice the prices to make what? More money. Is that something that you think you're trying to do here?
Well, what we're trying to do is ensure that that we can affordably offer access to credit and still strengthen the health of the Mutual Mortgage Insurance Fund, that we can strike a strong balance there.
So you're going to make sure then, you're not going to do what some others did, you're going to make sure that the people that you're loaning money to, that they have the ability to pay it back. You got to make sure of that, right?
We always have at FHA, sure.
Others didn't do it, that caused the crisis, right? You're going to make sure that there is a down payment, that is a reasonable down payment, 10%. You're not going to give them a zero like some others did that created the financial crisis. You're going to make sure that there is a reasonable amount for a middle-class family who would like to participate in the American dream. And this great, a taxpayer will have that opportunity to live that dream. Is that correct?
That's our goal, yeah.
And in that, you will make sure that, and we have learned from, not your irresponsible behavior, but others' irresponsible behavior, that you will not allow anyone to go below that, but yet give opportunity for others who desire to be, who are taxpayers and want to live the American dream. Is that your mission?
That certainly is.
Time of the gentleman has expired. The chair now recognizes